So this technique of toning your paper or your canvas is something that will work for any opaque media, whether that's acrylic, casein, gouache, oil paint, or even pastels. I'm going to try and get the war memorial here, as well as some of these clouds and these trees here. My canvas here is painted a mid-tone red, and this is painted coated with casein. However, you could use acrylic, and if I was doing this in oil paint, I would probably have used oil paint or acrylic to tone my surface. Using a mid-tone as the tone on your surface is really valuable because you can sort of establish the mid-tones, and it allows you to see the highlights as highlight and the darks as dark, so that when you put white down on a toned surface, it actually looks like a highlight. And this really allows you to judge your values much more closely, and so that's going to allow you to get a greater sense of depth and a greater sense of light when you're painting. So since the dominant color in my scene is green here, that's why I toned this red. So I'm able to kind of better see those patches of red popping out to remember, hey, I need to cover that up. But another example of painting transparently would be like right here, where through this cloud color, there's a little bit of that red hue popping through that's kind of shifting those colors a little bit warmer. And so utilizing that underpainting both by covering it up and by letting a little bit peek through are two benefits to utilizing the complementary color as your underpainting. The third reason why you want to use a toned background is that the color that you tone your canvas surface with will pop through in little areas, adding vibrancy as well as color contrast and interest. So if you're doing like I'm doing here, using the complement to your dominant color, it'll make the color such as green appear much more vibrant. Also, since the tone that you're toning with is a mid-tone, any areas that don't get covered won't appear as highlights, which can be so distracting if you're just working on a pure white background. So I find that that's one of the most beneficial areas, is that you see where your highlights are and you see where your darks are, and you're able to have just these little areas that add subtle hints of vibrancy and color and light, and that can be such a pleasing effect. Now, I think one of the most important things for you to remember is to try this out, to have fun with it, and remember, you have a voice that matters. Go be creative. See you next time.